Today we are at Oak Lawn Fire Station 1 to observe the firemen practice raising a ladder against a building. Firemen do a lot of heavy lifting in their careers, which can cause back problems later in life. Occupational therapy can be used to help prevent injury by teaching proper lifting techniques. Proper lifting techniques include lowering the center of gravity and widening the base of support. The center of gravity is located in the abdominopelvic area, and by squatting, the center of gravity is lowered. The base of support in this video is their feet, and by spreading the feet further apart, the base of support is widened. These techniques help maintain balance and ensure the individual lifts with their legs and not their back. Another important thing to note is that firemen must wear waterproof, rubber-soled boots. At fires, there is typically water on the ground, and water decreases friction. By wearing rubber-soled boots, friction is increased, and there is less risk for slips and falls. As we begin, we can see that Mike's base of support is not wide enough, and he could lower his center of gravity a little more. I instructed Mike to widen his base of support and lower his center of gravity before lifting. As Mike lifts, we see him go into shoulder flexion. Shoulder flexion occurs at the glenohumeral joint, which is a ball and socket joint that has 3 degrees of freedom. Shoulder flexion occurs in the sagittal plane along the frontal axis. I would estimate that Mike's active range of motion would be around 160 degrees at this moment. I can also grade Mike's muscle strength to be a 5 out of 5 because of his ability to lift the ladder. The ladder uses a simple machine called a pulley. As you can see on the ladder, there are ropes hanging down on each side. One side is looser and the other side is tied tightly, and the side that's tied tightly is the side that will be lifted. At the top of the ladder, there is the pulley system, which allows for the rope to be pulled to raise the ladder. Both Brendan and Mike ensure that the ladder is at a proper angle by standing on the bottom rung of the ladder and flexing their shoulders at 90 degrees. Their hands should rest on a rung. This ensures that the ladder will not slide as someone begins climbing. As they lower the ladder, we can see a demonstration of Newton's third law, the law of opposing forces. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Mike is exerting a force upward as the weight of the ladder and gravity exert an equal and opposite force downward.